Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying stepping up your learning curve in network troubleshooting. Welcome back to a new tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll teach you about Traceroute. This is virtually a network tool used to display the route or the path a packet of information takes from your computer to a specific destination. And it virtually lists all the routers it passes through until it reaches the destination. Let me just make the clear distinction that different platforms have different variants of this command. So on Windows platforms you have Tracert. The RT at the end is short for route. And on Linux Unix systems you have Traceroute. So if you're on Windows, make sure you follow the instructions shown in this video, but replace Traceroute with Tracert. In our case, we're in the Mac terminal, but if you're on Windows, you'll need to open command prompt, and that's located in Start, Programs, Accessories, and then you should be able to see command prompt. Sorry for digressing, I wanted to make you aware of this distinction in case you're running Windows. Back to Traceroute. This is a very important tool and is being used by network engineers all over the world to determine the source of network issues when these emerge. If they have issues with the server or any other device, Traceroute can help them out and can help you out too if you decide to do network troubleshooting yourself in telling you where the issue might be. Right, so without further ado, let's run the command and let's say we want to traceroute facebook.com. Press enter. Each line in the output gives specific details of interaction with each router encountered. So it shows details as the name of the hop or the router, its IP address, and besides these you'll see 3 round trip times for that particular router or hop. Traceroute fires 3 packets when you run it, and this output will show 3 round trip values, 1 for each packet. Virtually, Traceroute works by sending packets by increasing the TTL or the time to leave value one by one. So initially it starts at 1, and the maximum as shown here is 64. So TTL is the number of hops a packet can take before being dropped. As the whole value is incremented, Traceroute is able to build a list, quite a comprehensive list of routers between you, the user, and the host destination. In my case, the first router Traceroute encounters is my Sky router in the first line, and then it goes to a PR router, and that should be a provider router, and this is in all probability a Sky supercore router. And then the route is traced all the way down to facebook.com. Right, so sometimes you'll see an asterisk in the output, as you can see here, rather than a value. This is simply a timeout that tells you that that field could not be fetched. And reasons for these timeouts can be anything from reverse DNS lookup failure, to packets not reaching the target router, or packets getting lost on their way back, or even the TTL value not being enough. As you can see here, we have a 64, which means when it reaches 65, that packet gets discarded. Anyway, regardless of the case, this utility provides an asterisk in the output. So, as you can see, using Traceroute, you can visualize the path your traffic takes between your computer and a specific destination. You could use an IP address as an argument or a domain name, like we have here. This is the domain name, facebook.com. But if you do decide to use a domain name but don't want to see all these domain names listed in the output, but just, let's say, their IP address, you could simply use a -n option, and it will clear the domain name from the output. As you can see here, it no longer lists the domain name, in my case SkyRouter, but it lists its IP address, as you can see here in the output. Right, let me just cancel this command. So there are other options that could be used with Traceroute, but I'll show you the most important ones. As mentioned before, by default, Traceroute fires 3 queries per router to give 3 RTTs values, as shown here. Right, but if you decide that you want or need to change this number and send, let's say, 5 packets per router, you could pre-configure this by configuring Traceroute with the option -q. So this option will take an integer as an argument, which tells Traceroute to use the updated value of probes per hop. For example, if we use 5 for facebook.com, it will send 5 packets per hop and get back 5 RTT values. Let's run it. And as you can see here, already in my first line, it has shown 5 RTT values from my SkyRouter. Let me cancel the command. Let me clear the screen. Another interesting option would be to preset your TTL value. By default, TTL value is set as 1, which states that it will begin with the first router in the route. You can change that by using the -f option, and let's say 10. So using the -f or -f option, this takes an integer as an argument, and this argument is the new value of TTL. So this would be the initial TTL value that your Traceroute command will start with. Right, so I hope you have grasped quite easily what I've shown you in this video. That's it for today. I hope you found the tutorial useful. Go ahead and play with Traceroute to learn more. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.